was a Saturday morning. We went to basketball with Summer. She had a game. We came home from the game. Her and her sister messed around a little bit with some pens or something, and we had somewhere to go that day, later in the day. So I think you made them have a bath and wash it all off. They'd pen all over them. And I can't remember if it was my younger sister noticed a big bruise on Summer's side, just on her hip, just above her hip, I guess. We thought it was a bit strange, and she hadn't even noticed it. She didn't know where it came from, and we thought that was a bit strange.
Went up to hospital just to the emergency, and yeah, sat there and waited. Took some blood tests, and then they took me and Summer in, and they just straight away told me that you guys have to stay, you're going to get admitted. She's got leukaemia. That was it, straight away. It felt unreal. It's like you just go through a hole in the ground and disappear, and you just don't know what to do.
Yeah, and getting that phone call from you was probably the worst day of my life. Just you were crying. I couldn't even understand you, and I just heard one word, and it was leukemia, and I was like, you gotta tell me what's going on. You pull yourself together and tell me what's going on. Some of the medications that Summer has to take are pretty harsh. The chemotherapy is pretty intense, especially early on. They hit them really hard to try to kill off the leukemia. And I think, you know, to see your kid go from a perfectly healthy kid playing basketball on a Saturday to a week later, and she's just laying in bed, you know, sick as can be from these drugs. Yeah, you know, the treatment has affected Summer I guess it's gone up and down, you know. Like I said in the beginning, it was really hard. I remember one of the moments that we sort of think about a lot is she sort of sat back and said to you, I'm so glad it's not my sister, my little sister, because she wouldn't be able to handle this. I'm glad it was me, not her. So that was and that's just a bit of an insight into the type of kid she is. So she's pretty tough. We're both pretty positive people, and we try to
just stay positive.
Always try to find the best in every situation. I think we don't want her to look back on these 2.5 or whatever years and think that was horrible.
Yeah.
We wanted to look back and go, it was horrible, but we got to do this and this, and this was awesome, and we did that. And we just don't want it to be a negative couple of years for her. We just try and...
And that's what's been so good with those charities, and the same with like Child Vision on the Gold Coast as well. They did like the dolphin swim, and anything that gets presented to her, we jumps on straight away, and we'll take it and we'll do as much fun things as possible. And that's my main drive all the time, to just make it still fun. Obviously I was working, and so suddenly we're just on one income or one day work. Talked about setting up a Facebook page, and then we started selling these bands. So she decided the colour and the type, and they say Summer's fight against leukemia, 2016 to 18. The wristband, I think, is a way for people to help as well, that wanted, you know, people calling us saying, what can we do to help you guys? So I think some people found it a nice way to help out Summer and actually feel like they're being involved. So she has an end date of her chemo, because she takes chemo every night and all the hospital things. So end of October, 25th, should be her end date of that whole sort of journey. In the maintenance she's in, she's taken like more than 150 tablets a month. That's like every day there's chemo and there's antibiotics and there's steroids for her, and she knows now there's a countdown for the end of this year to not have to take all that, to not have to go to the hospital. There's a drive to know that she can go back to being a kid again and doing all these things with her friends that she's actually missed out on. Lots of birthday parties with her friends she just cannot go to. She's just been too tired, too sick. So just being normal and doing everything again.